Alright, this is going to be for all of you who are needing help bleeding your master cylinder, slave cylinder on your Saturn SC1. This is a 96 Saturn SC1, needs a lot of work, so work with me here, guys. And I screwed up, I put a clutch in this thing. I screwed up and disconnected the line, not knowing how to remove the slave cylinder from the transmission. So right now it is installed. I'm going to pull it out and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, we're back. I've already removed the air cleaner box and I moved the airflow neck out of the way here, and I'm removed the battery, and I'm going to remove the battery tray. You're going to remove these two bolts here, this one and this one. I've already got them loose and out. There's one more bolt. Right, let's see if we can see it. Where is it? Right there. There, that last bolt right there. So let's finish pulling that out right now. And there's the battery tray. Battery tray out of the car. Set this guy aside. Now, I'm going to remove the slave cylinder here. There's two bolts, one here, or nuts I mean. Pull this nut and this nut. They are 13 millimeter. And then we're going to remove the master cylinder here. Okay, before we remove it, we are going to pull the pin at the pedal and remove the rod from the pedal. And I'm going to get that started right now, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I removed the clip from the pedal and remove the rod from the pedal and remove the bolts from here. Now to remove the slave cylinder, I'm going to grab a hold of it, push it in, and give it a twist counterclockwise. It just pops right out. Just like so. Okay, let that sit like that for right now. And the master cylinder, I'm going to do the same thing. Push and twist clockwise. It pulls right out. Alright. Now that I got those out, I'll be back to show you what I'm going to do. Alright, I'm sort of set up here. First thing we're going to do is we are going to clean this thing. Because how I'm going to bleed it is I'm going to submerge it in brake fluid in this bucket here, which is empty and clean. Take the lid off and show you. See? Empty, clean. So we're just going to clean this thing off, make sure we get no contaminants in our brake fluid when we go to submerge it. Alright? Alright, my slave cylinder is clean. Now I'm going to remove this line here. You do not want to remove this line whenever you are removing the transmission. You want to remove the slave cylinder from the transmission. Okay? Never, ever, ever open the lines, because you'll be screwed up like I am. Alright, so how I'm going to remove this line is there is a punch pin right here. See if you can see that. Yep. It's a punch pin right here. I take my little punch, which it's a 1/8 inch punch. I insert it. I need something to back it. Put it right here. Let's give it a tap. Once you get far enough out, you should just be able to grab a hold and give it a twist and a pull. If not, grab your pliers, grab a hold of it, pull it out. Oh, fucker's stuck. Ah, there it is. Alright. Now, I'm not going to submerge it yet. I'm going to disconnect the line. And I'm going to bleed all the air out of the slave cylinder first. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to do the same thing to the master cylinder, this guy. But for this one, I'm pretty much just going to put brake fluid into the cap and just depress the pedal actuator until all the air is bled out. Then I'm going to reconnect the slave cylinder, the line to the slave cylinder, which will in a sense remove all the air from the system. I'm using just standard regular .3 brake fluid. Fill this container about halfway, since that's all the brake fluid I have at the moment. Alright, here we go. And I'm just going to push on this so I can get all the air out of it. Yep. Bubbles, bubbles, more bubbles. Oh, crap coming out of here too. Alright, and I'm going to let that sit in there. While I prep this one. So you're going to want more than half. Good thing I bought an extra bottle. Make sure you're still got on camera. Yeah, we're still on camera. be a lot easier if I had a second hand. But all I'm doing is I'm keeping the end of this thing submerged in here, and I'm going to press the pedal armature here. Let's see if I can. Okay. Keep that submerged and press the pedal armature without it coming out to bleed all the air out of the system. Yeah, this is hard without a second person. Second set of hands. Let's see, what can I use? Here we go. Maybe this will work. No. Figure something out here. Appears that all the air is out of it. Top off the reservoir here, and I will cap it. Just be careful, do not let the line come out of the fluid. Now that that is done, now I'm going to, in the solution, reattach the line to the slave cylinder. This will probably be easier in a bigger bucket, but you work with what you got. That and brake fluid is kind of expensive. I'm going to squeeze this so that way it's not going to suck up more. And insert it. And it's good. Alright. Now I have that line reattached. System is pretty much sealed. Now to reinsert that pin without this coming out. And that's it. We're done. It's reconnected, sealed. Now I'm going to reinstall it in the car and we will see if it works. If it works, that's how we bleed a master cylinder clutch. Yeah. If it works, that's how we do it. If it doesn't work, we're still screwed. I will see you when I have it back in the car. Alright, as you see now, I have reinstalled the slave cylinder and the master cylinder. This is right after I cleaned it. I just reinstalled it. I haven't done anything else to it yet. Before you go and test it to make sure it works, we're going to pop the cap and make sure we have enough brake fluid in here so that way we don't end up in the same boat. And it looks like we are good. We really only want about 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch of brake fluid in the reservoir. Any more and you will be overflowing. Alright. Now, we'll set this guy here. I'm going to go depress the pedal and see if we're in business. Right after I reattach the pedal. Don't forget to reattach the pedal to the master cylinder. And apparently it worked. We have clutch. So we are awesome, guys. That is how we bleed a clutch master cylinder and slave cylinder on a Saturn SC1 96.